and we're back, and this is another tournament video, and this time it's with the Treblab X2 versus the Apple AirPods. So here we have it, two very unique but different earbuds. AirPods has become a classic. This charging case can charge these AirPods numerous times, and that's a plus. Very intelligent charging case, very intelligent earbuds. These AirPods are on point. Very convenient to use, slip in and out your ears. The biggest complaint that people have is the stem. They don't like the way the stem look, but you know what? People has gotten used to it, and people has gotten over the look because of the functionality of these AirPods. So when it comes to the look, the stem, the nice white color, the easy fit, these are why these are classics. But now you got the Treblab. I wanted to get these because I was looking for alternatives to the Apple AirPods to help you guys out, because a lot of people don't want to spend that $160 for AirPods. They rather pay a price like this, around 70 bucks, for the Treblab. These Treblabs has surprised me. Number one, they're gaining popularity. These Treblabs have a thicker stem, about the same length as the AirPods, just thicker. It got this tube-like look with the Treblab logo, and it has a totally different fit. These tips create a good seal, and these fins create a tight fit because it fits into that cartilage of your ears. The Apple AirPods, you can buy accessories to get that type of fit. The Treblab, the sound is next level technology, and we'll talk about that later. And I think that's why these are becoming iconic as well. So when it comes to the look of each of these, I gotta give it a wash. Maybe in some people's opinion, the Treblab is gonna look better. And in some people's opinion, that looks kind of funky. This look kind of plain and subdued. Everybody's gonna have their opinion about which one looks better. So let's talk about the cases. This Apple AirPod case is so simple to put in your AirPods. All you gotta do, flick it in, close the case, and you're done. They're gonna be charging for that next session. And in 15 minutes, you can get 3 hours worth of battery life. That's awesome. So the case is definitely on point on the AirPods. It just works. Now, these Treblab don't have fast charging, but they're equally easy to put in. You just slide these in, and if you wanted to charge, all you gotta do is press that button and they begin to charge. So real simple cases on both, but I gotta say the Apple AirPods win the case battle because it can recharge your AirPods faster and more often. So now this takes us to the sound test, and I have to explain this just a little bit. These X2s, if you guys trying to realize why these sound so blasted good, this Beryllium technology makes that tweeter, the insides, more rigid, which amplifies a better sound. With a really tight seal and a great fit, you push these in, you're gonna hear some awesome sound coming from these buds. And I gotta say, I'm really impressed, because the more I've been using these Treblab X2 is the more I'm appreciating the great sound it offers. Now, as for the AirPods have a very iconic sound. A lot of people will definitely say these sounds better than the regular wired AirPods. And a lot of people may say they sound the same. You have to have a keen ear in order to get the difference between both. But these are significantly better in every way than the wired version. So let's get into the sound test of these Apple AirPods.
I'm a bad boy like Puffy. See the business in my mama business. Keep my mind on you, babe, like it's nothing. Yeah, I got something for you. Baby, we could bend the knees, won't feel the breeze when I put it down. No need for talking, baby. Say less, say less. Without you, I was born alone when no one's around to come home. Wait forever, I could do better. And if I was to be with you, then I was.
The Apple AirPods really have a really good sound that a lot of people are gonna like. So let's take a listen to these Treblab X2.
You say you're missing me, that sounds like shit to me. But baby boy, for your smile, I don't need for talking, baby. You can just say less, say less, say less. Baby, diamonds dancing on my wrist like Lisa Ray. Players club, now we ballin' how we supposed to. Because of me, you're never sober. Because of me, you're fucking like a soldier.
The Treblab X2 really got some heavy duty sound. Let's explain. So you guys heard the sound test. The Apple AirPods have a really good sound, just a little bit better than the wired versions, a significant difference. But at the same time, these Treblab X2 has taken the tweeter sound to the next level. First of all, you're going to get more volume from the Treblab X2. You're going to get a seal, which enhances the sound. So that's why a lot of people really like a seal, because it enhances the sound even more. You're getting a better, even more quality thump of bass than the AirPods. The mids are about the same, and you're getting that tweeter sound, more of a tweeter sound from the X2s than the AirPods. So I gotta say, the Treblab X2 just absolutely have a better sound than the Apple AirPods, more quality, and those Beryllium tweeters, man, really pack a punch. So in the sound test, the Treblab win. So overall, we've listened to these earbuds. The Apple AirPods are very convenient to use, good sound, and the convenience of use is the biggest key right here. But if you're an audiophile or you're a bass head, you're gonna appreciate the sound of the Treblab. It's that good. Battery life. Battery life on the cases I explained to a certain point. The Apple AirPods are going to give you about 3 good charges from its charging case, but the Treblab X2 is going to give you 1 solid charge. That is a downfall of their charging case, and they do have a pretty good ease of use. Now, battery life for the earbuds. I've gotten to the point of 5 hours with the Apple AirPods, and a matter of fact, at times a little bit more. But from using it time after time, I'm finding that the Apple AirPods is giving me around 4 to 4.5 hours. It seems like the battery life has degraded just a little bit. But the fast charge to get 3 hours and 15 minutes in that charging case is a very good convenience. The Treblab X2 is around 4 hours of battery life. I know a Treblab is touting at 5 hours, but it's very hard to get 5 hours of battery life with these Treblabs because you're going to listen to it at a very good volume. You're going to raise that volume because the sound just gets better when you raise that volume. So you're going to listen to it at higher volumes, and that's probably what's bringing down that battery life. So I would say battery life on both earbuds, at least right now, is kind of a toss-up. But overall, the AirPods gives you better battery life. As for the pairing process, once you get them paired up, both these AirPods pair up back to your phone with ease. Now, Apple AirPods, it took a while, but every once in a while, these Apple AirPods do lose signal between each other, but it happens very rare. With these X2s, it will happen more regularly. The Bluetooth connection to the phone is pretty good on both, but keeping them paired up to each other, you're gonna have just a better connection overall with the Apple AirPods. Now when it comes for range, you're gonna get better range when it comes to the AirPods by far. Call quality. Call quality is where the AirPods reign supreme. There's just nothing better than having stereo sound coming from both buds at the same time. So call quality, you're going to be able to have a conversation through both buds, and that's what puts it to the next level. Especially it has a little bit of noise cancellation, these Apple AirPods, and these other Bluetooth headset don't. And that goes as well for the X2s. The X2s have a pretty good call quality, but nowhere near the quality of the AirPods. If you want that fit, and you want that fit where your ears are plugged up and you can't hear your background noise, you may want to go with the X2s. If you want to hear your background sounds, like if you're going to be on the train and you need to know if someone's walking up behind you, you know, you're gonna like the fact that you can still hear some good quality sound and still hear footsteps of people, still be able to hear your name being called out in a loudspeaker. Let's say you're in motor vehicle, you want to hear when they're calling your name. You can honestly listen to your background and enjoy some good music with the Apple AirPods. Latency issues when you're watching movies. Bottom line, end the story. All these true wireless earbuds have some latency issues. Some worse than others, but the Apple AirPods has mastered the fact of not having too much of that latency issue. So overall, if you want the better package when it comes to sound, I would say the sound on the X2 are much better than the Apple AirPods. But overall, the better earbud, you gotta go with the Apple AirPods. So I gotta say the X2s, as much as I would love them to continue on in this Bluetooth tournament, I gotta say the Apple AirPods was the best competitor for the X2s, and the Apple AirPods just beat it out because of the ease of use, the charging case, and the call quality. The Apple AirPods advance.